Hey, what's up, boys? Welcome back to another episode of Caffeinated CX, where we talk about customer experience and stuff, all in a hyper-caffeinated state. And hyper-caffeinated we are, boys and girls. And I hope, and I pray that you are the same. I'm David, the Caffeinated CXO, and I'm your host on Caffeinated CX because, yeah, that's the way it is. And that's the way it will always be. Hopefully. So, here we go. Today, I want to talk about something, and I'll keep it short for you guys. You know, I'll keep it to the prescribed coffee break length. But there's something I want to talk about, and that is, you know, treating stakeholders with respect and watching out for the stakeholders. Now, I know some of you might have shareholders, and you're kind of tied by them, right? You're kind of tied by what the shareholder says. But I'm here to tell you that your stakeholders are just as, if not more, important than your shareholders. Why is that? Because the stakeholders are the people who make your company run. Your stakeholders are, of course, your employees, your customers, your vendors, and your community. And without them, you ain't got nothing. That's why I, humbly, am of the opinion that you should keep your payroll, as much as you can, within your own community. Because what's the old saying? The Adam Smith, in his book, his famous one. I forgot the name of it. I guess it's not that famous. But the baker, the butcher, and the candlestick maker all are in an ecosystem. And they're in an ecosystem with your company. You're all in the same ecosystem. You're all in the same community. And how well you do and how well you pay people goes and benefits or detracts from your community at large. And, you know, in this day and age, in this October of 2023, community is the most important thing we have. So, because I don't know if you're aware of this, but things are really expensive out there. Really, really expensive. And communities are suffering. If you've been to a grocery store lately, you know what I'm talking about. You know how expensive food has gotten. You know, one of those luxuries in life where you know those Tina's microwave burritos? They were always like, you know, you could get like 10 of them for $4. Well, not anymore. Those burritos are now like 2 for $1, which doesn't seem like a lot, but when it was like, you know, you could buy like 10 of them for $3 or whatever it was that's a big increase. There's a pack of frozen burgers that I buy because even though I may not be poor, I am cheap, right? And I buy the frozen burgers. It used to be you could get 12 of them for like $10. I went to buy them a couple months ago, and they were $18 for generic frozen beef burgers. That's insane. And that's what people are dealing with right now. That's what's going on in the community. So, if you have any shred of patriotism, any shred of community values, it's probably best to keep the money in the community so, you know, people don't starve or have to subsist on ramen, which are also going up in price, or rice, which is likewise going up in price. Why is this happening? I don't know. But your stakeholders need to be treated with respect. They need to be treated like they're human beings. It's okay to negotiate with your vendors, but don't take advantage of your vendors. I mean, that should go without saying. Treat your vendors with respect. They are, for all intents and purposes, an extension of your brand, right? So they are your business partners. They're your stakeholders. Likewise with your employees. Always treat your employees with respect. Always do the right thing. If you have company values, which I'm sure that you do, one of those is probably something like respect, right? Or integrity, or things like that, because those are the standard ones that I can think of off the top of my head. And how much respect or honesty are you displaying when, if someone makes a mistake, you replace them right away, right? Or you try to get the lowest common or the lowest dollar bid, right? And when you start cutting costs, when you start going for the lowest bidder, nothing good really happens from that, you know? And I think that's something that we should look into. So you can sacrifice effectiveness for efficiency. So, and you shouldn't do that. You should have a balance between efficiency and effectiveness. So there you go. And I, maybe unfortunately, am very, very big on workers' rights and the life of the employee, the call center agent, the salespeople, the people in the back office, and I will always be. In fact, one of the purposes for this podcast was to make life better for the people on the call floor and the people on the retail floor and people in their whatever role they're in. Because as you guys know, there are only really two roles in a company. There is the customer-facing employees, and there are the customer-affecting employees. And this goes down from like the CEO and the board of directors all the way down to, like, I don't know, whatever the lowest position in your company is, right? And by low, I mean like on the org chart, right? Every single person on that org chart either is customer facing or customer affecting. There's no other role. There's no role that doesn't affect the customer in some way. So there we have it. And that's what it is. So I don't know. Maybe we should do better. Maybe we should be more involved in our communities, more involved with our employees, more involved with our vendors, and don't just make them pay for stuff, right? So, but you know, mutually beneficial relationships with all of your stakeholders. Treat them just as well as you would treat your shareholders. So, there we go. That's been today's episode. You know what to do. You know what I'm going to ask right now. And that's subscribe, like, share this show so we can make the show grow.